thing is, over there, a plumber could earn so much more money than a plumber in Nigeria.
Of course.
I mean, a plumber in Nigeria is is frowned upon, you know. But over there, I've seen a plumber that makes so much money. He has a Ferrari, actually.
You know, it's interesting that you bring up that, because a lot of people who actually move back actually say the same thing you're saying about people who live there. They want to come back because they're seeing pictures on Facebook. They come at Christmas and the clubs are full. They're like driving Range Rovers in Lagos. But they think, maybe I should move back. Then they come back and it's like, maybe it wasn't that good. Did that happen to you? Was that one of the reasons why you moved back?
Well, not really looking at people driving Range Rovers. I think for me, it was just looking at my parents and looking at what they've been able to do for me, and looking at my friends who are Nigerians but grew up in the States, and seeing that their parents couldn't do
a lot of those things.
A tenth of what they did for me. And, you know, it's like, and I guess personally also, I come from a family where it was never, you're moving to the States to stay. My father was at every graduation talking about how, remember, you're moving back to Nigeria, you know. So I think I also just had that in mind, knowing that this wasn't a permanent move for me.
Now, why do you think people move these days the most? Like I said, like people move for school, they just get stuck there and they never come back. Greener pastures. What do you think it is now? Because we like to say now that, you know, the country is open. A lot of young people are starting up businesses. Especially in like Lagos, you know, people are starting up their own thing, and a lot of people are doing well. Some well, not so well. Why do you think people are moving back particularly now? Are moving away in the first place these days? Do you think the economy is still as bad, and that there's really no hope? Let me start with you, since you're one of those running away.
Why they're coming back?
You say, okay, you say yours is security. You said you have a problem with the security. That's about it. So if you could move around Lagos at night or around any part of the country at night, you'd stay here.
Well, not really.
So obviously you haven't. What else is the problem then?
That and some other things like.
Sorry. Okay, let's even start. What did you study? You went to UK to study.
Yes.
What did you study there?
I did my master's in public health.
Public health. Okay, so it's similar things. Did you come back for your NYSC or you just?
No. I did my NYSC before I left.
Okay. Then you came back, and what happened?
Then I came back in June, but got a job in August.
Okay.
In a pharmaceutical company. It's a long story though. I worked for some months, but there were some, you know, shortfalls. How do I put it? There were some things I did not like there, so I had to resign.
Okay.
Let me just stop there because they might be watching.
Okay, so did you try to get another job, or was that the reason why you want to leave now? Because you feel like all other pharmaceutical companies are going to treat you that way?
No, that's not true. Coming back home, for me, I just wanted to like see how it's like. Although, like I said, there's no place like home, but I think it's time for me to move back.
Good for you. I just want to find out from you now. Do you use these things to your advantage? Because I don't know that it's so much a reality these days, but I know like sometime early 2000s, people were coming back in trickles, and people who had like international degrees got paid higher at certain jobs, got jobs over Nigerian graduates and all of that. True. Does that still happen?
Still happens.
Okay. Do you use that to your advantage, like when you will get to meet someone on a private business and you quote your figures in dollars?
Definitely, you have to. You have to. I think it would be wrong not to do that. But the thing is, you always have a lot of people complaining about people with foreign degrees coming back to take. I mean, obviously being paid more than the locals and the rest. And I just don't think. I think if you really, you know, put whatever it is, put 100% into whatever it is that you're doing, eventually it will pay off. Because I've seen a lot of people that actually grew up here, that started here, and they're doing way better than a lot of people that come from outside the country.
So what I'll ask all of you, what's the most surprising thing about moving back when you did move back?
Okay, this is a no-brainer. How difficult really easy things should be.
Okay.
Getting a driver's license.
I'm telling you.
Let's just start there. You know, and the lady's telling me it's going to be 18,000 naira. I'm like, okay, how much is the actual driver's license? Because I'm like, this is Nigeria. And she refuses to tell me. You know, and I still have my thing about just being robbed blind. So I move over to someone else and they tell me the license is actually 6,000 naira. It's like, how does it go from 6,000 to 18? You know, like, where is this jump? I understand if you tell me, okay, it's 6,000, but auntie, go do something for me, or this is Nigeria, so I get that part. But just bold-faced telling me
Lie.
this, so I think that's just been the highest, and how hard every easy thing should be.
Anything good surprise you?
Anything good surprise me? I think Nigeria is really, like, private industry-wise, things are really growing. I think so. I think, I've been to some hospitals. My grandfather, unfortunately, was sick, but I had to go to the hospital he was at, and this was in Enugu, and I was just so impressed. Like, every single thing about it, the structure, the staff. It wasn't what, when you hear the horror stories of Nigerian hospitals, that wasn't what I was seeing. So I think I've seen a lot of improvement with the private industries. Government stuff, the private people I think are doing really well.
Yeah. Fashola as well. I think he's from when I left and now.
Okay, so Lagos surprised you?
Lagos was surprising, yeah. I mean, the bad roads, I can see some improvements there. So NEPA is a little bit better now, unlike before. You wouldn't have light for like weeks and all that. But I don't know, it's getting better though.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
that's it's not like that. I agree with the two of them. There's been a lot of improvement in lots of places, like Benin as well. Delta, a little. So.
When you look at, let's talk politics now. When you look at the way politics is done here, you lived in America, you lived in the UK, these are some of the most structured democracies in the world today, in quotes, because they also have their own issues.
Yeah.
And look at how things are playing out now. Yeah. What do you see like a space for young people? Like, because like the Obama election, for example, was basically driven by young people. Yeah, do you think we're getting there, or do you think we're there, or do you think we're ever going to get there at all, where we, as young people, have a say in politics in Nigeria?
I think it will. It will.
You're not.
I don't know that I see it right now.
Okay.
Politics in Nigeria still seems to be very much a money-driven game, and I don't know that I see that avenue for social activism and just this idea of purely doing something, just altruistically doing stuff because you believe in it. Not sure I see that with the politics right now. We'll get there, I'm sure.
You seem to be.
No, I mean, if you look at the social media, Facebook, Twitter, and the rest, it's getting more popular now amongst the youths. The last election we had was it was quite Twitter and the buzz was amazing on all channels. So I think it did sort of influence it. It wasn't the final decider, but it sort of influenced it a bit,
I guess the thing I'll say to that, yeah, it's definitely growing, but I think the difference between the states is I don't think the politicians are paying attention to it. I don't think they really care about if we go on Twitter saying, you did this. I think that's why I feel like we're still not really driving it, because I don't think that awareness on their end exists right now.
Okay, final word from you now. If someone calls you a friend who still lives in America or wherever and says she or he wanted to move back, what would you say to him or her in one sentence? Honestly, good or bad?
Don't come back home.
You said the truth.
You would say don't come back.
No, obviously. I mean, with caution, with
Same
caution.
thing?
Yeah.
I would say do your homework. Do your homework, make sure you know what you're coming to do, where you're going to be, and how things, just do your homework. Like the same way you do with moving to any other country, do your homework.
Yeah. Do your homework, be cautious, don't come back.
Do your homework, yes. If you know you're coming back and then you're going to get a good job, fine, you can come back. But say you're coming back just to stay on the ground without anything, I just feel it's not a good idea.
Have a specific purpose.
Yes.
Have a dream. Know what you want.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Demola. Thank you very much, Ona.
Yeah.
Nina. Hope you come back soon. Don't be away for too long. But, hey, it's your life. I mean, you know where your opportunities lie for you, so do your thing. Thank you very much, guys, for being here today.
Thank you so much.
Talking to you. When we come back, I have a very interesting entertainment personality in the house. It's going to be a very interesting interview. Please do stay with us.
Exposing, uncovering, reporting, hard-hitting interviews. Sunrise Daily, only on Channels Television. At first, it's only anticipation that something is about to happen. This is one thing that